with Corey's and we live.
We live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't know I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing it. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Yeah. Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right hand side, we have the OG, South Carolina State MEAC champs, Celebration Bowl bound, Chuck Little John. And underneath us both, man, we have the Caters. Man, it don't matter. Corey Davis. What's up, my dogs?
What's happening, fellas? What's happening? Yeah, it was a somber weekend. And my team lost early, but my Bulldogs pulling off and winning MEAC championships and coming to the ATL for the Celebration Bowl. That made things all right.
What's y'all record?
Our overall record?
Yeah.
7-3.
Y'all may end up seeing us again.
Y'all got to beat Jackson State first, baby.
We got to, yeah, but they implode. They implode. They fighting Grambling and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, they mollywhopped y'all and they played y'all during the season.
Don't use those words. Mollywhop. What's wrong with you? They won the game.
They beat y'all 33-15.
That's yeah.
But right now, I was checking out last night. But yeah, right now, I think y'all have won. That's the only loss y'all have in the conference, and they have no loss in the conference. So right now, y'all in the head-to-head to meet in the SWAT championship and come see who gonna meet them dogs.
We've done that before. Don't do that. We've done that. Yeah, y'all got a new coach now. We got a new coach too. But
don't act like what?
Don't act like y'all ain't never got mollywhopped by us before in the Celebration Bowl. Don't do that. Don't do that.
About who in the Celebration Bowl?
I'm telling any of that 100 Black Men, Freedom Bowl, Celebration Bowl. You come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
All I remember is the last one when we beat Jackson State and Deion Sanders. But everybody thought we were gonna lose. That's the one I remember.
Yeah, y'all won that one.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Let's go ahead and seal that deal right now and move on.
Okay, man. Well, let's welcome everybody out there, man. My dad, Larry Wright. Welcome back on, Pop, man. We missed you. Kamarie White, man. He says, "What up, fellas? What a week." Taking his head. His Tennessee Vols fall to the Georgia Bulldogs. Corey, the Georgia Bulldog, and his Baltimore Ravens fall to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Today, Kanisha Davis. So Matthew Wright. Kanisha Davis. She says, "Hey guys, because Matthew Wright says, what's up with the Liddy up there?" And my cousin Michael Wolf, man. How about them Buffalo Bills? He's a Bills fan. Man. And everybody else out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, man. Remember, when you come to the channel, tell a friend, bring a friend. And when you come, don't come by yourself. This is episode 47. We have a great episode for you all, man. We are going to talk about, of course, Friday night's bout between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about 58-year-old Mike Tyson taking his talents back in the ring. And should he have done it? We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Georgia-Tennessee game, which was the biggest game of the weekend. And, of course, we have to touch on Colorado. Utah, the number one defense in that division, putting up 49 on them. We'll talk about that. Also, we got to talk about the games today. We had some games that happened. We'll jump back into Thursday's game too, and talk about the Commanders game with Philly. But we'll talk about the games that happened today as well. Falcons traveling up to Denver. The Kansas City Chiefs getting their first loss to the hands of the Buffalo Bills, and the Pittsburgh Steelers knocking. I'm not gonna say knocking off the Ravens because the Pittsburgh Steelers is in first place anyway. But we will talk about that battle, which it was, man. But before we do any of that, let's give our wonderful sponsor, Mr. Alvin Jameson, a shout out. Are you in the market for a new home or looking to refinance your conventional, FHA, or VA loan? The crew and you have the perfect guy for you, the mortgage guy, Alvin Jameson. That's right, Alvin Jameson at alvinjameson.com. You can also reach him as we do at 404-587-9033. Financing a home can be one of the biggest investments you can make. Go with the one the crew and you trust, Alvin Jameson. And when you reach out to him, let him know you heard it from the crew and you. Thank you once again, Mr. Alvin Jameson, for being a wonderful sponsor of our very first segment. All right, fellas, man. Let's go ahead and jump into the weekend. It started on Friday, but before we do, Decatur, it don't matter. What's up, bro?
Hey, before we do that, my wife is out of town right now in Cleveland. She's with her grandfather right now, who's recovering from surgery. I want to let her know that, listen, we support her. I support you out there. Take as much time as you need. Not really, but yes, take as much time as you need. But at the same time, I know we've been going through a lot as far as our TCY family. Her grandfather, let's say, I want to pray for you. My man, he was on the show. He came on the show a couple of times watching. But Rico, I hope you get better. And I hope to see you soon.
Absolutely, man. Praying for a speedy recovery. Mr. Rico Suave.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
Prayers going out to Rico.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into Friday night. My dad, he says it right here, man. He says he found out on Friday, man, Mike loved eating 10-ounce gloves. Said Paul had him eating plenty. So I thought he was eating more of his own glove than what Paul was doing. But do y'all think this was a rigged fight, or do you think it was a real battle of two people that are, one is clearly out of his prime, or out of his, I don't even say prime, out of his boxing career, and the other one is just a guy who's trying to learn how to box? What do you think it was, Corey?
Let me do this here. So they had a contract, right? So there was two punches Mike could not do in this fight. Mike could not do an uppercut, and Mike couldn't do. He couldn't hit him. He couldn't hit him with his famous side rib thing or whatever. He couldn't do any of those. You know what I mean? So when you think about that, yeah, I would say it was rigged. When you take two of Mike's signature punches away, which is really, like I said, when he hit you in the ribs and you do this, and then he come up this way,
yeah, he
couldn't do that. Now, at the same time as this, if you telling me in a contract, I'm 27 years old, and I can't do that to a 58-year-old man can't do that, then yeah, I figure it's rigged. But at the same time, listen to me carefully. If Mike would have done that, and I said that first 1 or 2 rounds, if Mike, remember, did you see Mike? He about to swing, he about to get him with one. He kind of stopped himself, and then on one of the punches, he was about to get him that left hook, and he stopped. If you tell me what kind of punch I can't take, yeah, I say it's rigged. The only thing that was good about that fight, Mike left with 20 mil.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, 20 mil.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, so I did not know that until you said that just now.
Yeah.
I did not stay up and watch that. I was not going to do it. I got sleepy and I went to bed. But I think like you said, I think it's rigged. I mean, because if it's a boxing match, then you don't have a contract that's saying that a boxer cannot throw certain punches. So I mean, that's rigged from the get go, like I think Mr. Wright said. But I think it was a money thing for Tyson and a clickbait thing for my man to just raise his viewership.
Yeah.
To me, I think that's all it was. And then I heard a lot of people complaining about Netflix and everything that's going on with Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm kind of glad I didn't stay up and watch it.
Now, the only thing I don't like, man, before I say that, before I finish. So this is the third black fighter that at some point in their career were at the top of their game. Go with Mike. You go with Rashad Evans, who was, he was the MMA light heavyweight champion, and then he fought what's the other MMA guy? Anderson Silva, who was at the top. He was the middleweight champion. He got them all when they're old. You know what I'm saying? Got them all when they were past their prime, and then like I said, these two MMA fighters, and then a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. I was telling my brother-in-law Kenny yesterday. I said the crazy part was Mike was the heavyweight champion at 19 years old. Between 19 and the age of 27, nobody could stop that dude. Then you see, look, 27, 40 years later, 30 years later, fight him again. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. Go ahead, G.
No, go ahead. Go, OG.
No, what I was gonna say was, with that big of an age difference, Mike Tyson being 58 years old, they must have thought he still had something to limit his punches.
Yeah. So they agreed on 8 rounds, right?
Uh-huh.
As opposed to going the distance of a 13, a 12 or a 15. I think him and Roy Jones Jr. only did 5.
Mm-hmm.
And did y'all see Roy Jones interview? He said he was like, they said I was scared. He said, shoot, I was scared too. If he get into a thing, he go back to his old self. He said I was holding and hugging the whole fight. Right. I wasn't finna let him get a roundhouse on me or uppercut.
Right. And so that's what I was expecting. I was expecting a dance fest. A lot of holding, slow dancing. A little R&B music playing in the background. That's what I was expecting. So when it came out, and I saw in the beginning they were throwing punches, I was like, oh, we might have something for real. But I didn't know, Corey, what you just said. I'm like, OG, man. Hearing that makes more sense because he wasn't throwing punches like Mike normally throws punches.
Yeah.
So if he was at a limited capacity with the punches that he can throw, that's a lot of thinking that you got to do. And now that I'm replaying it all back in my head, it looked like he was doing a lot of thinking. Yeah. He had to think about what he cannot do while he's out there. So I can see that now, and it makes sense. I actually thought it was real. I thought it was real at first, but there's no way. There's no way that can be considered real. And then Mike, after that first round, actually looked like a 58, 65 year old person out there boxing. His legs didn't look good, and I don't know if it was because Roy Jones kept on making this that's all he was saying the whole fight. Oh, his legs don't look good. His legs don't look good, right? Like Roy Jones said that the entire fight, and so it may be one of those instances where you say something so much that you start to believe it yourself, man. I'm a lot more disappointed now today than I was that day of the fight, because I was giving kudos to Mike Tyson for being 58 years old and getting around that ring, and he did take a couple punches. He did take a couple punches to the face, man. To be 58 out there and then finishing the fight, man, that's huge, man. I know at 50 I can't do that. So 58, him doing that, man, that's an accomplishment in itself. And he did get 20 million. I think he should have got the 40 million, and then old boy should have got 20 million, since everybody came to see Mike Tyson anyway. He was the lure of the whole fight. But the fight night itself was, I think, a heck of a scorecard. Those fights before, the two ladies, unfortunately, the young lady got cheated again. Got an eye cut open by a headbutt, by several headbutts.
I didn't watch that early. What ladies were they?
They were third. They were third.
They were right before the fight.
Yeah, right before the main event.
Right before the main event.
Yeah, I couldn't step to watch them. I saw the fight before that. They came up with a draw, fighting for a belt. And I said night.
I have to, let me see what her name was. But they have this was their second fight. They fought before, and the Katie. Excuse me, y'all. Somebody put it in the chat. Katie Taylor, and she fought Amanda Serrano. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano.
Serrano.
Yeah, so Amanda Serrano, I can't remember the first fight, but they said she actually won the first fight, and they gave it to Katie in that first fight. She actually beat Katie the entire fight, I thought. And she ended up getting headbutted probably around the 5th or 6th round, and it was a bad cut, like over her right eye, man. I mean, it was hanging, So it was a bad cut, but she fought through it, and she was taking some punishment, but she was dishing the punishment as well, because she couldn't see out that eye because there was so much blood, and they gave it to Katie again, man. You can see the lady was in tears at the end, man. That she lost again at the end by the hands of the judges, and the crowd booed. The crowd didn't agree with it either, but it was a heck of a match. And James Littlejohn says, man, they robbed Serrano again. So that was a good fight. I didn't see the fight before that, the one OG was talking about, the draw, but then they had a fight before that was really good. So they had some really good undercard fights, man. So that part of it was great. I just want to touch on, they had curtains up at the stadium. They didn't need them for the light, but they needed them just to cover up from any outside stuff coming in.
What was the fight? What are you talking about?
The fight was at AT&T Stadium.
Oh, in Dallas. Oh, okay. So they what you said, the curtain would have blocked. They used the whole stadium, or was half a stadium, or?
I want to say they used the whole stadium, because they said it was 97 or 91,000 people in there.
Really? For that fight?
Yeah. So I want to say they used the whole stadium.
Let me ask y'all a question. So my wife said her grandma said for 20 million, she said she would have done that fight. Now let me ask you, if there's a contract, if y'all know a contract is in place, and they said, listen, 3 minutes with Mike, even at 58 years old, would you take 3 minutes?
I'm gonna take 3 minutes. You need to go ahead and put on R&B, because we could be dancing all night.
You gonna run? Yeah, you gonna grab and run, grab and hold.
Then I gotta know what other requirements are. Do I have to be standing up at 3 minutes? Because if not, if there's no restrictions on there, I'm gonna dance, and when he swing, when he hit me at night, I'm done. I'm jerking like this, I'm done.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swing first. I'm gonna tell you, look, I'm gonna say, man, I hit Mike. Hey, I at least want to say something like that. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, but for 20 mil, I'm gonna run at him first. And hope
you gotta run in there. Hoping you don't get caught.
I hope I don't get caught. I'm gonna go hard like this way.
You said 1 round, 3 minutes. 1 round, 3 minutes.
1 round, 3 minutes.
I would do it. Would you train for it?
I would train. That was I'm training for just in case. Like you said, you gotta train for just in case you get caught. You don't want to get you don't want to get caught.
So
You
doing a
can't
whole bunch
train, you can't train for getting caught.
exercise.
If Mike Tyson catch you, I don't care what kind of training you doing.
You better have something in you. Like, you can't go in there as your regular self. And
I know you can go in your regular self, but I don't care what kind of training you do. If Mike Tyson catch you on your chin, you going down.
And that's what I'm saying, OG. I don't want to get caught here, but I don't want to get caught in my ribs.
Exactly.
I don't want to get caught in the chest, nowhere. So you got to train. You ain't just go in there your regular average self and take
all night long.
You better do like Rocky. You can't win. I'm gonna try to do something. I gotta train though. I gotta train for this.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing a whole lot of training. If I'm just got to be in there for 3 minutes, I don't think I'm doing a whole lot of training. Like the OG said, man, any hit is gonna hurt. Any hit's gonna take you out. So training, that's you just putting more harm on yourself. Training, dog. I'm not going through all that for 3 minutes.
I'm going there and look the part. I'm gonna go in there and look like, hey, Corey, look like
I'm be beer belly, everything, flabby arms. Look,
I'm like, dude, I'm be ready. Hey.
Then I can hear them saying, Corey did all that
for 20 million. Yes, I did.
Yeah. After he said, "What day is it?"
I'm going and looking just like Larry Holmes.
I mean, boy, stop. Larry Holmes should have had his ass for what he did. He ain't trained at all. Hey, man, listen. Larry knew he finna get that payday against the champ.
That's what I'm about to do, man. Hey,
he's finna go in there and look like Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes, bro. Larry Holmes. All right, man, let's go ahead.
Hold on, real quick. While we doing that, there was another fight that happened on Saturday. I don't know if y'all caught it, but I want to throw out a big shout out. I don't know, this dude was online. Man, I think he called us a Harry the Hitman, and he was showing the MMA fight with John Jones.
I saw that.
Hey, listen, man, John Jones. Hey, he kicked this dude in the rib, Mirachis in the ribs so hard. A spinning back kick, and I mean, out. That man, he said, man, broke my felt like he broke his rib, but he said it hit him in the liver and parts of the kidney. He was just like. At the end of the fight, he said, I'm retiring. After fighting that dude, he said, I'm done. And they were like, saying, what about a rematch? No. He said, I'm done.
I'm retiring. That's a hard hit. Matt said, that's great info, man. I didn't know he couldn't throw those punches.
Yeah, man. That's like you said. But like, you got to look at it, though. Mike has always been about a foot shorter than most of the fighters that he fought against, right? So, when he developed that rib shot and then, or that pot shot to the stomach and come up with it.
Yeah.
No, they were like, listen, you can't do this with Mike. What do you mean? I can't do this one. These two, you can't do these two shots right here.
Wow, man. Wow. All right, man. Let's transition on to Saturday night since you did bring up Saturday. And there were some games that happened on Saturday. Congratulations to Colorado for beating Utah. Shedeur Sanders with another great game. Yes, Utah goes down, baby. Utah goes down. But
you've been waiting for this for years.
But that wasn't the game of the night, man. The game of the day and of the night was at Georgia Bulldogs, Tennessee Volunteers, Camarier's Tennessee Volunteers, and Georgia starts off slow again. And let's start there, Corey, man. Can you what's going on with Georgia in the first half of these games?
I think it takes a minute for Beck to get some confidence going, but I ain't gonna lie to you. In this game right here, it was not Beck. Our receivers are young and they are sometimes very timid when they catch that ball. Sometimes they drop them, sometimes they're so eager to make the play and dip before they get the ball, they don't make the play happen. And it makes your quarterback look terrible. But we dropped 9 passes in that game. 9 passes. And 5 of those 9 passes were crucial in first downs. You know what I'm saying? In that first half. And this is the first half. And then eventually, he warmed up. We got a little bit better and kind of exposed Tennessee. And I ain't gonna lie, I like that quarterback. I can't pronounce his name. Nico and some extra letters that go along with it. But they're a good team. It was, but we were able to take them to the woodshed a little bit because they are a young team also. And in that second half, we just pulled away with a little bit more swagger, a little bit more experience from Beck versus Miko, and that's really what happened, man. Straight up, because we're normally a running team, huh?
What do you think about the call, the offside call? They went back and looked at and made.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Yeah, they dropped too many passes, Big Larry. You're right. But that outside, I don't know what they were looking at. I don't. But bad call.
So you think it's a bad call against Tennessee?
Yeah, it was. It was. I ain't gonna, ain't no reason to lie about it. It's a bad call, terrible call.
Okay. No.
You don't think so?
I don't know, because I guess they never did give us the sideline view. I mean, they gave us behind the guy, so it was hard to say whether when the ball was snapped, was he truly off the field or not.
Well, he was running, but so what so he was taking his time now.
Because the official was still holding them up.
Yeah, that's why I said it's terrible call.
When the official moved out of the way, they tried to get him to speed up.
Yeah. So that's why I said it's terrible call, because the guy was going out of the field. He was. Let me tell you, the one thing they were saying was this dude was huffing and puffing trying to get off the line. So he was going, but when the ref is sitting there waiting, you giving him time. Because that's what they do in college. You give the guys time to get off the field.
Mm-hmm.
Half a step off, and they threw the flag. It's like the guy was looking.
No, that's not the thing.
What?
The thing is, they didn't throw the flag originally, did they?
They gave the free play.
No, what I'm saying is, I didn't think the flag came down originally right there at that point in time. I thought it was dropped later, and then they went and reviewed it, and that's why Tennessee coach was so upset.
They said the sideline judge had threw it, because the sideline judge was the one that was looking at it.
No, because if that was the case, then on the screen, if it had been a flag, they would automatically popped up flag.
Oh yeah.
But they didn't. After they reviewed it, then they came back. So I think that's why Tennessee coach was so livid.
Yeah,
they didn't realize the fact, but
a bunch of terrible calls, But like I said, you could have let that one go, But they were real tic-tacky on that one. I'll get them there.
So my dad says they only have 3 seconds to get off the field. He said that.
Yeah, they were saying that. I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, they said that at the game that they got 3 seconds to get off the field.
Okay. Okay. All right.
But I will say this here. Now, one of the commentators said that may be a rule, but they hardly enforce that.
Okay.
So that's why, like the OG was saying, there's a little controversy on that one. But I mean, that didn't change the outcome of the game, but it was one of the pivotal calls. Could have given that.
Kamaria said Tennessee is still dealing with the karma of Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Karma of Peyton Manning. What you mean, Kamaria? Can you explain that a little more in detail for us?
Right. Peyton Manning never won one for them.
He never won. Right.
Yeah, T. Martin won one for him. Peyton Manning never won one for them.
I mean, that's why he's saying karma then.
Yeah. What karma are you referring to? Was he? I don't know. Yeah, talk to us. Talk to us in the chat, man. Let us know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad Georgia won, because, like I said before, I didn't want to see Georgia fall out of the top 12. I want them to be in the top 12. He said SEC saved his name in the 90s. He done some wrongdoing.
What? What did he do?
No.
Peyton Manning was
choir boy, wasn't he?
Right, paper white. Clean shaven. What did he do? He's still the same guy now. What did he do?
Yeah.
SEC saved his name in the 90s. Saved his name. Was it some kind of cheating thing? Oh my God.
Peyton was playing with girls without permission.
Get out of here, man. Come on now. When was this?
That's Pee Wee. What Pee Wee talking about, man?
I don't know.
I ain't heard this. I thought
scandal in the 90s.
I thought Peyton was the clean.
Oh Lord Jesus. Okay. Do y'all remember in 1996?
Lord Jesus.
While 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 attending the University of Tennessee, Peyton Manning was accused of sexual assault by a trainer named Jamie Ann Norwright after she alleged that he pressed his genitals against her face during a foot examination. Y'all remember that?
No.
Put it.
No. He was
Yeah.
before Deshaun Watson?
Oh yeah, it's 1996. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this. So in the she said that in the training room, and I do remember this when it came out, that he was getting up and then he pressed himself against her. You know what I'm saying? Now he didn't whip it out, nothing like that, but she claimed that she was assaulted by yeah.
I don't remember this. Al said it too, man. I heard the Manning were crunk behind closed doors. So,
now I ain't gonna lie to you. Me personally, look now. Listen to me carefully.
I'm sorry, James. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm not, like I said, if a woman says that she felt like it was, you got to go with it. But now, like I said, they pushed for a long time and they ended up settling. But she lost her job at Tennessee also, as a trainer and all that stuff. I think that kind of pushed her out the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But she said that he, like I said, put his midsection on her face.
Oh, okay. So this is the karma that he's talking about then.
Yeah.
But then T. Martin went one with them since then?
T. Martin didn't lose a game while he was at Tennessee.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that karma should be gone because T. Martin was successful.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point.
T. Martin was a flop in the NFL, but he didn't lose nothing in terms of regular season games at Tennessee.
Wow. Okay. Well, look we learning some stuff today, man.
My bad, Kamari. You're right.
Pee Wee too. Yeah. That's we know. James known to throw some stuff out there that really ain't true.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
So they really done threw that under the rug, man.
Well, it was out. Now I remember it being but they just took care of it fast. But this is before the social media. This is before when a lot of information could get out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was heavy in the SEC. Now at the same time, remember it had no bearings on the draft. It had no because he went number one. Yeah,
right. I never heard anything about it since he was in the NFL. It didn't stop him from, like you said, being number one. It didn't stop him from being the choir boy of the NFL. It didn't stop any of that, man.
The only thing that I remember affected him was the Heisman. I think that it messed up his Heisman at the time, but other than that, because I think they suspended him one game while they were checking, doing that investigation. But that was it.
It's Dr. Jamie Norwright, who was the director of health and wellness at the University of Tennessee when Manning was a student there.
And when you settle, that's that. We'll holler at you. That's exactly what Tennessee did.
Yeah, they said there was sufficient evidence for the case to be heard by a jury. Manning and Norwright settled outside of court.
For sure.
Whoa.
And let me tell you how gangster it is. Like you said, how the rug got, I had it swept under the rug. Remember, he got Manning Boulevard is right there in front of the stadium. She was less important, which is terrible to say, than him at Tennessee. I wonder what she's doing now.
He said he briefly pulled down his pants to so-called moon him. 1 second, 1/2 a second. Manning
to moon her?
The moon, I think moon his buddy, I guess.
Oh,
pulled my pants back up and continued with Jamie's examination of my bottom of my foot.
And that was the assault?
Yes. I guess he pulled it down I don't know who he was mooning because they don't say that part. Let me see. Ugh. Oh my God. Okay.
This is interesting news for him.
Well, look, I
30 years ago.
30 years ago.
wow. Man, Peyton got his own show on Monday Night Football and everything, man.
You'll never hear about it
Never
again.
hear about it again, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. It said tolerance didn't outdo production.
Man. And that's probably how Tennessee felt, Al. Hey, listen. The cash cow like a Manning?
Yeah. You got to throw. Ooh.
Oh, man. Are we finna start going there?
Rabbit hole here, man.
Y'all going down the rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole here. They never held Ben Roethlisberger accountable either.
Yes, indeed. And that was here. Let me tell you something. That was 40 minutes away from here, right here in Georgia.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, let's get off this rabbit hole, man. Just climb out of this bad boy and move on.
Remus said, "Yeah, they did. He got suspended."
you know, Remus gonna take up for them still. Cowboys, brother.
He said he did. He got suspended.
He did get suspended for one game, right? Something like that.
30 minutes, a quarter.
All right, man. Let's go ahead. Let's transition. Any more college football y'all want to talk about?
You just skip over Colorado like that, man.
Oh, I said that. I said them early on.
Yeah, you said one statement. It deserves more than one statement. Because we got one person on here, used to be two, but one converted to not believing in Colorado.
Yes.
But
I will apologize.
I guarantee you he'll believe or not.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. And right now, AP got Colorado now at 16.
Yes, sir.
And
they control their own destiny.
For sure. Let me tell you something. I'm eating crow right now, and I will admit that I earlier said 3 wins. I think when we talked about it, maybe 4. I apologize. And then the crazy part is I said all that, and I'm still glued to every game that they playing. You know. So listen, Travis was outstanding in that game. Travis played 66 snaps, and they put him out with 2 minutes left in the game. They finally took him out the game.
Did you see the reverse on the goal line? You see the reverse?
The reverse?
When he scored the touchdown.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Shiloh. It was like he came back around. Shiloh said that was my play, but that one. Listen, man, that dude is fantastic. It's fantastic.
He's a player.
The crazy part is so. They still have people out there that say that he's not the unanimous Heisman Trophy, or that he's not even a candidate. Now, this is what bothers me a lot of times.
Wait, but who's not a candidate?
He shouldn't be one of the front runners for it.
Travis Hunter?
Right. So let me tell you. So the words are most outstanding player, not the one with the most touchdowns, not the one with the most yards. That has nothing to do with it. It's the most outstanding player in college football, and that's where they're missing. They're missing what the Heisman is about. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them, I get it. You want your Ohio State guy to get it. You want your what's the kid from Oregon to get it? With 15 touchdowns, or either the kid from Alabama who got 15 running and 15. I can see that, but it's the most outstanding player in college football. Not the one with the most yards, that type of stuff. So they like I think we talked about this before when they move the goal line, the goal post to make their player the most outstanding or the best player. It's like I said, he's on both sides of the ball playing 66 snaps a game. That's the most outstanding.
And James said, get it right, man. 66 plays on offense and 66 plays on defense.
Man,
he's playing 122 plays.
Come on, man. Come on. My bad.
Yeah, 132 plays. I'm sorry, 132.
Now, let me ask y'all this question here. Is Deion Sanders, or should he be in the running for Coach of the Year in college?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody thought that Colorado was going to have the season they're having right now. Nobody thought they was going to be ranked in the top 20. Well, I say, that's what I'm saying. You part of that nobody.
Yes. Yeah. Thank
so,
you.
So for him to not be considered would be a travesty. I mean, based on what he done with the team. Yeah. he brought in people at the portal. He brought in so many players, but if it worked, it worked.
Yeah, I don't see why he should not be. And I mean, the only reason he wouldn't be is because of the hate that he's been getting.
Yeah.
But he, what he's done with, when we talked about this last year, even with just the 4 wins he had last year in Colorado, that was way better than what Colorado had been. People forget what Colorado was before he got there.
Yeah.
They were the trash can of the Big 12, and he's turned that school around and made it, man, a contender. To be ranked number 16 right now, coming from not being ranked at all. Even though they did get ranked early on last season, but with the hype, it was the hype over it all. But yeah, definitely, man, he definitely should be in there, and Travis Hunter should be hands over fist number 1 in Heisman Trophy voting by everybody.
What y'all think gonna happen next year when he loses your Travis, you lose your Shador, you lose your Shiloh,
You lose your Horn. I mean, you can lose some receivers too.
Yeah, Wester. It's a bunch of guys that's gonna. What's gonna happen next year? What do y'all think it's gonna be there? What's gonna be like?
He'll be the head coach of Florida State.
You think he leaving?
Think he leaving?
He'll be the head coach of Florida State.
Don't do that, man. He don't need. No, man. Don't do that.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
How many years does he have left on his contract in Colorado?
Got 2.
Florida State don't care. They buy him out.
They buy him out
if they really want him. But the reason I say Florida State over Colorado is because he would be able to. Not saying he hadn't recruited at Florida State. I mean at Colorado, but he would definitely be able to have a better opportunity to recruit at Florida State than at Colorado.
Yeah.
A lot of kids don't want to come out there in that cold, that altitude. And Florida State, even though Florida State has been down this year, that they still have that. They still have that name of Florida State. I mean, they got their reputation. So, I just think it may not happen. No, I don't think he'll go to Dallas. I don't think they already asked him that he don't want to go to the NFL.
He don't want to go to the NFL, and people don't. I don't know why y'all not listening to the man telling y'all he don't want to play. He don't want to do the NFL.
He said that them grown men would have a hard time understanding his coaching.
Yeah,
He be fighting them jokers. He said, "I'll be fighting them jokers."
Yeah. I think that's where you're gonna go because, like you said, he's gonna lose everybody.
I don't want to see him. Let me tell you, I'm not saying that he shouldn't leave Colorado, but I want to see him flourish a little bit more in the Pac-12. Or what is it, Pac-10 or 12? What is it now?
I don't know what it is. It's something 12.
Yeah, Big 12, Pac, whatever it is. But I want to see him, like I said, use that word that he liked to say a lot. I want to see him dominate first before he packs up his luggage and dip. Because Colorado did take a chance on him. They when I tell you they put. Listen to me. If he leaves, they're gonna treat him just like Jackson State did. Listen, go ahead. Hey man, listen. They're gonna turn on him so fast, but then you don't want to make it seem like you are a coach for hire, gun for hire to get to the top. I'd rather see him dominate that Pac-12 and make it.
Let me ask you this then. So you say you want to see him dominate the Pac-12?
Yeah.
They control their own destiny.
Yeah.
If they went out, they could be playing for the conference championship against BYU, who struggled against Utah, who Colorado just handled.
Sure, and I get that. But that's what I'm saying. If he leaves now, he got to start all over this recruiting and stuff. Right now, Colorado is hot. You know what I'm saying? You got people buying jerseys and shirts. I think Eric Thorne just got a jersey too. Listen, ride it out right now. Ride out your Colorado. And I said, put your stakes down. I ain't gonna lie to you. If he doesn't do well in Florida State, he's out of there. If he's not expected to do that great in Colorado, do well, but they're not gonna get rid of you because you're not doing well in Colorado. You see what I'm saying?
So you say get rid of him at Florida State after the first year?
They'll get rid of him faster at Florida State than they would at Colorado.
If he's not successful.
Yes, if he's not. Look, Florida, don't get it twisted now. Florida State, you got to win there. Like you said, they won.
Don't get it twisted. He came to Colorado last year and won 4 games. He had Colorado this year in 8-2. So don't get it twisted. Don't think he can't turn the program around.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
at Jackson State.
What I'm saying is I don't think Florida State will allow all the social media hype, all the TV shows, and all that. And then at the same time, huh?
It doesn't will.
You think so?
Oh,
If they're gonna start winning and bring back the tradition,
what Florida State is Deion Sanders. Like they fit hand in glove. Like he is Florida State. Like that's his alma mater. Like he goes back to Florida State. They'll give him the keys to everything.
He only played 3 years at Florida State.
He only played 3 years in college. He played all 3 years at Florida State. They
didn't retire his number, his jersey, nothing like that. Yeah. Two still out there.
I don't know. Is two still out there?
Yeah. They never did retire. They don't retire college jerseys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you. The Grimby said they definitely will.
Will what?
They will give him the keys. Like they'll let him do whatever he wants to at Florida State. Trust me.
He had an opportunity to go to Florida State.
No. Florida State didn't get him. They picked him. They picked the guy they got now.
Yeah.
That let you know they didn't want him. They
didn't want him then because he wasn't a proven coach at that particular point in time. But now he is proven now.
Yeah.
He's shown what he can do at the Power 5 level.
But it's like this Power 5 and a half, Power 4.5 where he's at.
So okay, so you calling that Power 4.5? What'd you call the ACC then? What'd you call the ACC? Huh?
Power 3.5. Look,
okay then. So he's going to the ACC. That's where he's going.
He will be the man at Florida State, but if it don't work out, like I said, I don't want him to leave. I don't want him to stay for a little while. You don't
want him to keep jump hopping.
Yeah.
You want him to stay somewhere, and build for a minute. But like Rima said, man, Florida State is his dream job.
Who said that? Did he ever say that?
He's a Florida State guy. He's a Florida guy.
He never even moved back to Florida. He stayed in Texas.
Yeah, he stayed in Texas, but Florida is his heart. Like that's his heart, dog.
No, it ain't. His mama don't even live there anymore. His mama stayed with him in Colorado.
Florida State, when he go back, if he does go back to Florida State, his mama coming too.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what you gotta put into effect also. You got guys like Warren Sapp, all these guys that done moved to Colorado, they're not going to Florida. Huh?
There goes there.
Why do you think they will come here? And just to let you know, Deion Sanders' number 2 jersey is retired at Florida State. The same retired jersey in 1995.
Come on, man!
In recognition of Sanders' achievements.
Come on, man! He is the man in Florida State.
Don't leave. My point was I lied, but don't leave. Don't leave.
So I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Yeah.
So it's okay for players to enter the portal and go to these multiple schools when they want to, but it's not okay for the coach to do it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like the. I mean, the portal is the portal now. You know what I'm saying? We know how that portal works, but at the same time, I think we've gone over the rules on how the portal goes. But I'm just saying, this is his second season here, and we're already talking about him going to Cowboys, going to Florida State, I ain't going nowhere because I hadn't done enough. I don't even think he won enough games.
That's fair.
But I'm saying, okay, let's see how this season plays out.
If the season plays out, this team has gotten better from last year to this year. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they play for the Natty, okay,
No. Let's say hypothetically.
Okay.
They went out, they go to the 12 championship and they win it. And then the playoffs.
Yeah.
Is that enough?
No, not for me. This is just for me though. Because right now he's still so he's not one of the top, paid coaches yet. You know what I'm saying? I think he's getting $5 million from what I'm understanding. And then those top guys get between 10 and 15. This honestly, right. But I'm saying that next bag from Colorado can be outstanding.
Florida State.
His goal is to do the same thing he did at Jackson State. he want to leave it better than when he got there.
Okay.
And
That's
look,
exactly what he's gonna do if he leaves.
And I get that. Lead is swag.
OG, preach, OG.
I'm saying
That's what he want to do. I'm gonna
I'm
leave it
saying,
better.
I
I'm gonna leave
understand
it
that.
better
Lead
than the
is
way I
swag.
found it.
But I'm saying you don't leave a power, that.
You just said they're power 4.5.
I'm saying that because I didn't want to say. I thought 5 was better. I'm down, down the number 3.5. With power 1,
Let
I don't
that
know.
man go to his
I
dream
say
job.
power 10.
Let that man go to his dream job if it's out there.
So my dad said he is the LeBron James when it comes to coaching. They will follow him wherever he goes.
Right.
I don't know.
And I'm gonna tell you what's going to add.
LeBron James. I don't like that. I don't like that analogy.
I'm gonna tell you what's going to add icing on this cake. What's going to add icing on this cake is when Travis Hunter wins the Heisman. Because Travis Hunter did not go to Florida State and opted out to go with Deion to Jackson State and follow him to Colorado, and now he go end up at the Heisman.
Who said that Travis supposed to go to Florida State? Was he supposed to go to Florida State?
Yeah. He was committed to Florida State.
Committed to Florida State and,
Yeah.
and decommitted and then went to doggone Jackson State.
Yep.
I'm decommitting for Florida State. Stay where you at. Yeah.
All right.
All right, great conversation, fellas. Great conversation with that. Remus says, "Where would you live, Colorado or Florida?" Come on, dog.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. These kids don't want to come to Colorado. Altitude, cold.
That's not true.
Put me in the Sunshine State. Put me in the Sunshine State.
Let me tell you why that's not true. So all these cold states, Ohio State, Michigan, look, Wisconsin, all these boys, them boys still play football. Football, it don't matter where it's at.
I'm not saying they can't play football, Corey. But if I got the opportunity to play for Deion in Florida State versus Colorado, I'm definitely going to Florida State.
You're gonna get more people. You're gonna get more warm weather people than you. And it probably ain't coming to Colorado.
And then some of them players, he'll do the same thing like he did at Jackson State. He gonna take some of them with him.
Yeah. And right now, Florida State's they are in trouble, man. They've had 7 decommits already. 7 decommits, man, going to different places. So
you go ahead and put that out there for it get work.
Look, man,
has the coach got fired from Florida State?
Not yet.
Not yet.
He trying to save his job. He done fired the defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator. It's too late to fire them, dog. We in week 4 and 12?
There's 2 more games left.
2 more games.
Don't fire me. Listen, I'm gonna get y'all before they get me. I'm just
why do it though?
Huh?
Why do it now?
Somebody could look. It's 2 more games left. They keep and the AD keep looking at me.
That's what they got left. Okay, so they go win. They should now. They don't win this next game, then he probably gonna be fired. But they playing Charleston Southern. So if they don't win that game,
he said Charleston Southern. I ain't even heard it.
Herm Edwards up there, he could get fired on the field.
Hey, I don't think nobody get. Hey, listen, there's no way you do Herm.
And then they end up with Florida, who just upset LSU.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're not beating Florida. We already know that. And
so there you have it.
If we lose to Charleston Southern, like he said, they are 1-10. If we lose to them,
Florida State ain't going after Deion.
Okay. I said it on here first.
Yeah, it could get ugly, man. It could. Ooh.
Remember, I also said JJ was going to the Lakers too.
You Nostradamus now with you, Coach Stradamus? Don't do that to Deion. I'm asking you, leave Deion alone.
And he said Bronny coming there too, so he
Bronny was coming too.
He been on.
Bronny James.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and transition to the NFL, fellas. Great conversation about Florida State, man. Deion Sanders, I like that. But that says Florida State may not win another game. They like the Cowboys, man. We may not win another one either, man. So Thursday night game, Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Commanders. OG, man, your Commanders come up 8 points short in Philly. Tell me about that game, man. I know you're a little disappointed in the outcome.
Yeah, I just had a hard time understanding when they were down and could have kicked the field goal to take the lead, why they didn't go and take the lead. I'm not the coach, but it seemed like after that, then Saquon went on a tear and scored 2 touchdowns on the go. We were playing with him right then, but it's the same thing. Like I said, I think the missing part that we have to our offense, and the defense is starting to play a lot better, but the missing part we have to our offense is we don't have another top-notch receiver. Philly shut down Terry McLaurin.
Mm-hmm.
They shut him down. They double covered him all night. They said they were not going to let him beat them.
Mm-hmm.
And we did not have, and Jalen Daniels, we didn't have another receiver to go to.
Hurts.
So
Y'all kept throwing to Hurts.
Yeah, but I'm saying, throwing to Hurts, but Hurts not a wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now when they had the 2 backs in the backfield, that was kind of throwing things off for Philly, and that was working out pretty good. But yeah, I think I don't know why the decision made was go for it on. I think it's 4th and 2. If they kicked the field goal, they would have taken the lead. Not saying they made the outcome in the game, but it may be to change the momentum of the game by the fact they got the lead then. But I think we hung in there with them. Be sure we can play with them. I just think that's something they need to focus on moving forward, is bringing somebody else in. They help them going on the other side.
Who's that tight end that got the 2 touchdowns?
For Washington?
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't Hurts.
I'm saying it was another tight end that y'all got, right? They got the 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's tied in. That's what I'm saying. We don't have receivers. Noah Brown caught that Hail Mary, but we have nobody else that's getting open and giving Jalen Daniels the opportunity to pass the ball to, except for McLaurin.
Now I'm kind of confused because right now, I mean, y'all got 8 wins. What has been the 7? I'm sorry, 7 wins. But I'm saying with 7 wins, what have y'all been doing ahead of that? Because I mean, you don't come to 7 wins and then say we ain't got nobody to throw to. Y'all been kicking ass
because teams have not been doing like Philly did, is put the safety over the top on McLaurin.
Okay.
And I guess Philly said that, hey, somebody else got to catch this ball and beat us.
So they figured y'all out. Is what you saying?
Yeah, which means that a lot of teams may do it too, but that means that some receivers gonna have to step up and help my man out.
Yeah, it was just Zach Ertz who caught a touchdown. There was only 1 touchdown.
That's it. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was another guy. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Commanders are really like a Hail Mary away from being 6-5. Really.
That's still better than y'all.
So wait a minute now. So
no, don't do it, OG. He tried to throw shade. Don't do it. That's why he started cheesing right when they said that jump.
People asked me to be humble, and I was trying my best to be humble.
You was not trying your best to be humble.
I hadn't said anything about the Cowboys all night long. Nothing. But now, you are 3-16.
You took the bait, man. You took the bait. He just got
trying to say that we are a Hail Mary away from 6-5. Number one, I'm not sure what kind of
why you do that, man? Why you wait that better? Why you do
I'm not sure what kind of addition you doing, but I don't know where you got the 6-5 from. But anyway,
because y'all 7-4. Y'all that Hail Mary y'all would have lost.
You have no room to talk to anybody's team on this show for the rest of the season.
Oh man,
I told you this is 8 season, dog. This is
so my suggestion to you,
take the bait.
Look,
hey, my suggestion to you is you should sit back in the corner like you in timeout.
Hey, I'm making you a seat over here, dog. I'm making this pillow.
That man's in the wall.
Get ready for you, dog.
Hey, OG do that every year. I got a seat for you.
That seat. I got.
At least I'm gonna have a cheddar seat. Then you got a whoopee cushion.
I got a seat warmer right here.
You know what I'm saying? I got a cheddar seat. You got a whoopee cushion. You know what a whoopee cushion for, right?
for a soft ass. I mean, for he said whoopee cushion.
Hey man, look, you got one more loss, dog. I mean, well, you can't have no more losses to end with your 13-4 that you said you're gonna have.
We play y'all Sunday.
Huh? Y'all play us this Sunday?
Next Sunday.
Yeah, y'all about to lose. Y'all about to be in trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen,
just like the Texans in trouble this week.
All right, man. Corey, man, your Atlanta Falcons, they travel up to Mile High, man, and Bo Nix goes to work on y'all team out there, man. Like you said it early in the show that your team tends to make rookies look like Hall of Famers. I think he had 4 touchdown passes today from Bo Nix. Tell me what happened in this game. I watched like the first half and I left out, man. So tell me what your thoughts on what happened in this game.
So in the first half, we did have 4 guys go out with injury. I'm not making excuses, but four starters did go out early. Nevertheless, that I'll say it again. We make guys that come in, they can be with your team one day, they can be a rookie, they can be, they get like I said, they could have been at the CFL and play us, and we'll make you look like a star. Bo Nix next week probably ain't gonna do none of that stuff. But at the same time, we played terrible as a whole today. We didn't score. 6 points, that's 2 field goals. We couldn't get past the 50-yard line sometimes. I just don't understand it. We did not play the type of ball that we've been seeing, this first 10 games today. So it was just like I said, just a sorry, excuse for a team. Like I said, I'm not, what I'm saying is we went back to the stuff that we normally did, So I'm sorry, my wife just texted me. She go, "How old is Remus?" He just called me auntie. The hell? I'm a grown man. He just called me auntie. I'm grown. I'm not that old. Remus, you better cut it out. You better cut it out, Remus. My wife sending me text.
I didn't want it for Sunday, auntie.
Hey, he called me auntie. The hell?
Remus is he's like 20, 26, 20, something like that, 24, 25, 26, something like that.
Look, real quick, I ain't gonna lie. Have y'all been called Unc yet by anybody?
I have. I was just telling somebody that the other day at work. I was like, man, people calling me Unc now, dog.
Hey,
on
man.
social media. Hey, Unc, how you doing over there, man? Like, dang, I'm Unc.
Hey, we were in the airport and dude said, hey, what's up, Unc? You know what I'm saying? Like that, like the shoes. Who you talking to? Me? Unc? And then the second time we were going down the hallway, and let me tell you, the crazy part was this right here. Me and my wife, we were headed, down the terminal, and they were playing like I think it may have been a New Edition song. He go, "You don't know nothing about this, Unc? That's that old school." I'm like, New Edition? Like that ain't old. What you talking about? Then you call me Unc at the same time? All right.
Wait till you get to my age and they actually start calling y'all what y'all call me.
Hey, man. Yeah,
they start calling you OG.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Instead of Unc.
Yeah.
Just look at it this way. Just be glad you made it to the point where you old enough for somebody to call you Unc.
Right. But when you tell me New Edition is that, oh man, old school right there, Unc. You heard? You don't know nothing about that, Unc? New Edition?
Yeah. Social media is calling me Unc, man. Unc, how you doing up there, man? They're like, wow. I remember playing basketball with my pops and them, man, when I was about 15, 16. We just play with the adults. And I used to always think like, man, my dad and them are old, like they old. And then I think back now, and they were only like 40, 42, 41,
right.
40 years old. They weren't old at all. And I'm like, man. But I felt at that age, my age, I thought they was old, man. But wow, man. Remus said he respects his elders.
See, he can keep doing that.
He said, Remus, I'm hood. I fight. And people said, man, since my beard turned white, they call me Pops. Wow.
Yeah, dude, beard whiter than mine.
Yeah. Pops. Wow. That's past OG.
Yeah,
that's past OG. Like,
look, So all right, so we work in a seniority based company, and so we got some guys. Like one guy got 45 years of driving. They call him Pop Pop.
Pop, not one pop.
They call him Pop Pop. And look, Pop Pop getting out of that truck.
Ooh. Oh man!
I don't know name, but it's your boy Bobby. Yeah. Rich.
I expect that from them.
So I'm gonna say you already know what's happening.
You know, Bobby think he young still. Like that Bobby, just because Bobby look like he 20.
Right. Him and Rich be killing me, boy.
Another big game today, man. Baltimore takes on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Camarier's, weekend gets worse on Sunday when his Ravens fall to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all go check out Camarier and his wife, too, the Christmas podcast. They should be back together on this Tuesday, man. Hopefully, your wife is feeling better. Big dog Camarier, man. Hope Ashley is feeling better. All right, so that game, man, that was what you expect out of a Pittsburgh-Baltimore game. I think I changed my pick last week when I told y'all I forgot that Pittsburgh plays Lamar very well. And it showed, man, that Pittsburgh defense gave Lamar everything that he didn't want, man. And they stopped the King. And that's most important. Yeah. They put a stop to the King.
Did they?
Yeah. The King had a rough day. I think he had one big run, and
he would have scored if Fitzpatrick had a shoestring tackle.
Yeah.
If he had done that, wasn't nobody go catch him.
Yeah, he had that one big run, man. But besides that, I think they was hitting him in the backfield before he even got a chance to take off. But what a game it was, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers, take that division by the neck, man, and they got a 2-game lead now over Baltimore. Y'all tell me the switch from Justin Fields, who almost lost in the game today.
That man slid early as I don't know what.
And then said first down.
Yeah, they were like, no.
Yeah. But the switch to Russell Wilson, man, has been everything that they wanted and expected, man. And this Pittsburgh Steelers team, now with an offense that can actually move the ball, do y'all like their chances in that AFC, man? As one of the top teams. The record
I do like their chances, but I think they are in a similar boat that we were in at one time, and sometimes we get in that boat, and that's as far as producing in the red zone. Mm-hmm. I think they kicked 6 field goals today.
Yeah.
But they won the game now. Don't get me wrong, but sooner or later when you get into the playoffs, then field goals are not going to win it for you. So I think their red zone offense, I think they need to, I guess, maybe focus on that and maybe get more touchdowns than field goals. But they're playing good ball right now. I mean, I can't tell you that. I'm still kind of upset on how our game ended, but they actually playing good ball. The defense is stout. But like I said, if they can produce more in the red zone, then they're gonna be tough to beat. And I was telling my brother today that they actually play Kansas City on Christmas Day.
Ooh. In Kansas City?
I'm not sure where it is. I know they play them on Christmas Day. Let's see where it is. I'll look and see.
And then I'll add this to OG's statement here now. And then Justin Tucker, he was off today. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't often that he, he's off.
Yeah, he was off.
Yeah, he missed 2. Yeah, he missed 2 crucial ones today. So that's your 6 points right there. Yeah. And honestly, they were saying, I'm just saying he missed 2 field goals today.
He said they lost by 2. He only need one of them. Yeah. There
you go. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he's normally 100%. They say he hadn't missed within 40 yards, and like 79 tries or something crazy. He You know, hard to miss those. You know what I mean? So, it like you said, today wasn't their day, and they did have Lamar's number in terms of, you know, because he didn't. I don't think he threw 150, and maybe I'm not sure. No TDs. He threw one TD, right?
Who, Lamar?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah. So you're right. Like they had his number today, and I'm not. I said not to take anything from him, right? You know what I'm saying? Because a W is a W, but you know you want both teams to be at full strength. But some kind of strange way, Pittsburgh tends to edge them out. Like I said, this was a field goal win for them, right?
Yeah, just like they beat y'all.
Yeah, field goal wins. You know. And with the weirdest win ever, you know what I'm saying, against the Lamar Jackson and the King, you beating us by field goals. That what, Cromwell? I think that's their kicker.
Yeah, Cromwell.
Or Boswell,
Boswell.
Yeah, he booting them up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
get to the 40, and we can get, you know, we can win it.
Yeah. I think the other thing in that game too was turnovers. You know, they had two crucial turnovers in there. I think the linebacker number 6 for Pittsburgh stripped the ball from Likely and recovered it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that play that my man made on the running back,
bam,
where he basically stuck his arm in there and basically took the ball from him.
Took it from him
on the pass, yeah.
Took it from him.
I think, and then the other thing, I'll let you. The other thing I didn't understand was the 2-point conversion call. I
didn't like that call.
I don't know what that was, because it's like there was no receiver there.
There was no receiver there, right?
Yeah.
He was sitting there. Have you seen him run so many times? Like he'll scramble, like somebody come back, you know.
Yeah.
And then when he was sitting there, you know it was gonna be his ball, but then he was like, and then he just threw it up. Like,
there wasn't nobody around but offensive lineman when he threw it up.
Yeah. Please, somebody catch it.
Right.
That was kind of crazy.
Yeah, I didn't understand that call. And I think they called a timeout. No, they didn't. They didn't call a timeout because they had all three after that. So they didn't call a timeout. But it was a long break.
So they had to call. They had time to call that play.
Like they called their best play. That was that. Remy said that was fear. That was fear that he had, man, when he threw that ball away. So yeah, man. Kanisha said the refs are not letting KC lose on Christmas.
They playing at Pittsburgh. They're playing at Pittsburgh, though.
He said they do.
Today?
Huh?
They lost.
They lost. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No undefeated teams in the league right now. They are tied with Detroit at 9-1. And Detroit, Molly, they just been disrespectful, dog. Like
what?
They just being flat out disrespectful out there, man. Them boys, they don't let off. Them they kept their starters in, dog, to like 9 minutes left in the fourth. Like it.
He was still out there coaching, like like they were doing something wrong.
They are woof. Yeah, 52-3 is what they ended up doing to the
6.
I'll give you 52-6. What they did to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That Jaguar squad, man. Yeah.
I think Trevor Lawrence still out, isn't he?
Yeah. They got Mac Jones over there playing. And he actually, I thought he looked good for a second, but 6 points, you know. How good can you look, huh? All right.
Talking about Kansas City, you know, there's a lot of Miami Dolphin fans. Like I saw a clip just now where it said Larry's uncle was sitting with talking about one of his friends had been a Buffalo fan for life, and I just said they enjoyed the game together.
Oh Lord, yeah,
because they stopped the undefeated season.
Yeah.
My brother always go back to them 72 Dolphins. Anytime anybody, because he told me today, man, I got to pull for Buffalo.
Speaking of that, man, the Buffalo Bills knock off the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. I saw the beginning of that game as well, and OG, I know you were telling me about the end of it, man. Go ahead and tell me about that game.
So it was what?
You don't want on here to pick the Kansas City Chiefs to lose, and you called it before the game even before that week came up. You called it.
Oh yeah, But yeah, Allen. I mean, he had some downs today, and he had some ups. But I can't remember how many. I think it's about 20 yards. They had a 4th and 2
Uh-huh.
to seal the game because they was only up by 2 points at that time.
Uh-huh.
They had a 4th and 2. He rolls out. Kansas City been spying him the whole game. On this play, they didn't spy him. So what does he do? Is run the ball in for about 20-something yards out for a touchdown, bouncing off of folk, getting in the end zone, and scoring the touchdown to give them the 2-possession lead. Basically stealing the game.
Dang.
With 2 minutes, I think it's about a little over 2 minutes left to go in the game. But that was on 4th and 2.
4th and 2.
He did that.
Wow.
So they put the ball in his hands and say, "Hey, go win this game for us."
Wow.
Remus, if you don't leave my wife alone on the chat line,
Oh, that's right. Kanisha, you did pick Buffalo too. You did pick Buffalo. You and OG did. You did. I got you written down right there. So yeah, man, that's a big win for Buffalo, for them confidence wise.
Oh yeah.
That's always been their nemesis, man. To get that win, that's gonna go a long way, hopefully for them in the postseason, because I'm sure they'll probably see each other again in the postseason.
And I was surprised Amari Cooper played today because he was questionable with his wrist. And at one point they said he's gonna try to play with a cast on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he actually played pretty good today too.
Okay, that's good. The Seahawks, they knock off the 49ers, who are now 5-5. What's going on? Does anybody know what's going on with San Fran?
Up and down.
Up and down. Up and down.
Up and down. So what's the Seahawks record right now?
They're 5-5 as well.
And they're both 5-5. Okay, so they got. Will they have to see each other again?
Yes, I think the only team is the Air Cardinals, who are, of course, in the lead, are 6-4. Everybody else is 5-5 in that division, I believe.
Okay.
The Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers are all tied at 5-5.
Let's see.
If I'm reading, if I remember that.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody else is 5-5.
Okay.
So that division is still anybody's division.
Still anybody. Everybody's one game out of first place.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna be some additional matchups.
So the Rams. So right now the way they got it set up, you say Arizona at 6-4. They got Rams, Seattle, and then the 49ers at the bottom. I guess with how they, with whoever lost against whatever. But you're right. They're all 5-5.
Mm-hmm. My dad said they have too many injuries. I actually thought they are at full strength now. I thought.
Who the 49ers?
Yeah.
Well, Ayuk is out for the season.
He was out, but the rest of the crew is back. McCaffrey's back. Debo.
Well, he can't. Debo be wearing them high heel shoes. Just
Right now, hey, man. We're talking about football, man. We're not talking about who dressed to get to the game.
It's zesty, Silver. Like I said, I'm using these words. There's a new word called zesty. Debo zesty. That dude. But yeah, you're right. You don't know what you're gonna get. Because Purdy was playing his butt off. You only like Debo because he on your fantasy team, baby. Don't do that.
Who?
My wife.
Oh.
Come on, don't start on Debo. Now, Larry was saying they still have injuries on both sides of the ball.
I thought they was pretty healthy now. Maybe I'm missing it.
Because they're not the juggernaut scoring team now.
I do see some stats for Debo. Debo had 4 catches for 22 yards.
That's it?
Yeah, McCaffrey had 19 carries for 79 yards.
No touchdowns?
No touchdowns. Jennings was the guy. He was 10 receptions for 91 yards and a touchdown.
So that's what I'm saying. You just named 2 players that's dynamic and getting in the end zone, which is Debo and McCaffrey. And like you said, 22 yards for Debo, that's not necessarily a Debo-esque game. And
I don't see no stats for the tight end.
Oh, he was out today. He was out.
Oh,
Kittle was up there with the owner today.
Oh, okay. All right, that's major then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. Look, I'm not gonna tell you I'm upset about them losing, man. I love to see them lose. I'm okay with that.
Of course, you hating on everybody right now.
Yeah. I'm everybody getting it. Everybody is getting it. Uh, the Green Bay Packers, man, they squeak by with the hairs on their chin with the Chicago Bears, who find a way to lose. Seems like every other week, man. They drive down to kick the winning field goal, and the kicker misses the field goal. Like a 38-yard field goal, the kicker missed. Why? I think it got tipped a little bit, but went to the left, man, and Green Bay walks out of there with a win. And Chicago does what Chicago does, man. Uh, so the Green Bay Packers are second in that division, behind the Detroit Lions, who we just talked about being.
No.
What?
Just say the Vikings are 8-2.
Yeah, they're second behind Detroit.
Who? Not Green Bay.
Oh, the Vikings. Oh, dang, that's right. Vikings are 8-2.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
my
third.
bad.
They
They third.
Yeah.
They third.
Yeah.
My bad. You right. So the Vikings pulled Sam Darnold. I was about to throw some dirt on him last week, man. He had been playing bad for me. But they went down to Tennessee, man, and pull off a win out there, beating up on Tennessee, taking them 8-2. That division is a tough division over there, man. The NFC North.
Who is Cincinnati playing this week?
They play right now. The
Georgia,
Chargers.
Georgia right now.
Playing Chargers. Okay.
They playing Chargers.
Chargers.
This is a game they have to have.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, if they don't get this game, man, it's over for them.
Oh wow.
And I think it's over for them anyway.
So they 4-6 right now. They third in the division after Pittsburgh and Baltimore. And you telling me they need this game? I mean,
They got to have this game.
You think they got what they gonna do?
I mean, even try to get any chance of trying to make a playoff run. Because Cincinnati, they tend to catch fire, and then have a good run at the end of the seasons most of the time. But it has to start right now. They can't, if they can, go on a run and end at 11-6. They have to start now. So game,
I guess the only reason why I'm challenging what you're saying is you got to look at in that AFC, and I'm not this north, south, east, and west, but just in the AFC by itself, you got, like I said, you got your Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Houston, which is not bad, and KC. Like I said, they're all averaging at least seven wins, with like I said, with the exception of your Baltimore and Kansas City, who are both 9 wins. But you think they still got a shot in the AFC?
Yes, because all you really have to do is catch the Chargers or Denver, one of those two teams. Because you look at the playoff race, you're gonna have one probably in the AFC East, right? And that's Buffalo. You have 2 out of
North.
AFC North right now.
Right. Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Right now, you'll have 1 out of the AFC South. Maybe if you can probably catch Indy, because you're only 1 game behind Indy if you're Cincinnati. You're looking at it that way. Then you have Denver and the Chargers in that AFC West. So you have to try to catch them 2 right there. That's who you're looking at trying to catch.
Okay.
So yeah, you have to start right now. If you can finish off 11-6, you're good. But if you lose this game and fall to 4-7, you might as well forget it.
So 11-6. You saying they gotta run the table?
They gotta run the table. But Corey has always said the Bengals always start off slow. And then they catch fire for somehow in the season.
Real slow.
Yeah. So this is where it has to start for them. They have to beat the Chargers. They have to beat, and that's one of the teams that is in front of them. So what better way to start than to give them an L and then you take a dub to get closer to them? So yeah, this is their last chance for me.
They got to play, within that 7-game run, they got to play Pittsburgh twice.
Mm-hmm. And that's a division game, so that's always going to be a tough one.
You
Anyway.
just hear what he said? You just heard what he said? They got to play them twice.
That's a division game. They always play them tough. That's not what that's going to be there anyway. That they play them well, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. But I'm saying this is where it counts at.
Okay.
Yeah, it's where it counts at. So they got to win this one here, man. But with all that being said, man, I don't think they're gonna do it. I picked them to lose today. So anyway, I just want to say this is where they
We just went through all that.
This is where they needed to make that move.
I say, but you be selling cars and then
I know. They found out they got water damage from Helene.
yeah. I wouldn't buy it, but I told you all this good stuff about it.
All right, man. So we finished the show off the other day, man, on Zesty. And this is what we were talking about. If y'all didn't know what we were talking about, this is what we were talking about, y'all.
Why are we doing this, man?
You are not in the show, are you?
Right.
I'll say it. I got question marks about his attire he be wearing the game.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Nasty.
That's Debo saying walking into the game last week.
Hey, man.
That, man.
You tell me. You tell me.
You tell.
You still mad because I was locking you up? All right, go sleep on that. I ain't trying to hear that after the game.
So you really, he got mad. You tell me.
I was
He wouldn't get in your head. But you managed to get in his head, you think?
What you think? You tell me. You tell me. Anytime I lined up on him. Yeah, y'all go watch that. Y'all tell me who got in who head. He came up to me after the game. You feel me? Y'all tell me who got in who head. You an old man acting like that.
Why does that not? That's not even sound like you're talking about football anymore. I tried to holler at it. That don't even sound like football. You know?
Who was that talking just now?
That was Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey.
So who you play for?
Miami, right?
Dolphins.
Well, yeah.
Dolphins. Yeah.
Yeah, he played Miami.
So why is Jalen Ramsey saying something?
No, that was 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
3 years ago.
But when we brought up the zesty part,
Yeah. Y'all, you tell me.
Why y'all bringing this up now, man?
Look, Debo be walking in the game like a strong black woman. You know what I mean?
All right, Corey.
Like
these dudes, Remus said these new YNs are a little.
Hey,
y'all go get off my homeboy.
you see his leather shorts with fishnets on and a purse.
Y'all go get off my boy.
Oh man.
Hey, how does it? You get off me. You get off me. Man, he's from South Carolina.
Yeah.
And on that note,
oh. Hey, get your boy, OG.
we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
There we go.
There you go.
There's gonna be some heavy research going on this week.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm gonna find something on y'all team. Trust me.
Hey, I like how you put that together though. You don't play zesty.
DJ said he don't play that. Y'all don't talk about Mahomes switching all over the field.
He do though, and then he be doing this thing here. Hey, Mahomes be doing that. Hey, yeah, zesty too. Zesty Mahomes.
I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody out there. My dog Kamau White, man. Make sure y'all check my dog out on all your podcast platforms and on YouTube now. Him and his wife, Christian This Podcast, comes out every Tuesday. My dog James Littlejohn, my sis Kanisha Davis, praying for you and your dad, man. Cleveland,
Granddad Rico.
yeah. Cleveland Cavaliers, man. 15-0. 15-0. My dog Remus Cromwell. Hey man, stay off my sis, man. All right. Appreciate you rocking with us, big dog. Rod and Little John, you big dummies. My dad, Larry Wright. My dog, James Little John. My cuz, Matthew Wright. My cuz, Phil Harris. Who else was out there? I don't know, man. Anybody else out there? Oh, my dog, Al Lassiter. Oh, my beautiful wife, Crystal Wright. I can't forget her. Thank you, baby, for all that you do. And anybody else out there, man, we may have missed, man.
Okay. Before we do that, one guy that's normally here every time, man, we're gonna show some love.
I just say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Snack Panther, like you said before, man, we want to wish, I hope that you are doing well. Like I said, we want to say, sorry about what happened to your dad. We're praying for you from the TCY family. You're normally here, and at the same time, we're praying for you, bro.
Absolutely, man. Everybody in the chat, man. Pray for Snack Panther, man. We lost his father last Sunday. Or Wednesday, I'm sorry.
Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday, day of the show.
Lost his pops Wednesday, man. So if you would just send a prayer out for he and his family, man, the whole small family, man. So from our family to your family, Mark, man, we love you. Prayers are out to you, man. All right. My cousin Michael Wolf as well, man. Congratulations again on your Buffalo Bills knocking off undefeated Kansas City. All right. That is it, man. Remember to keep your head on swivel and keep God first. We'll see y'all on Wednesday, baby, at 8 o'clock. We are out.